feel something authentic and real. Okay, so let's talk about employee ownership and how that works, and things that entrepreneurs or folks that own their own company should know about all about that.
So employee ownership is a big decision. So you're starting out your company, you're the sole owner of your company, you may or may not be incorporated. At some point you're going to have employees, and you have to start making some decisions about those employees. And what's interesting about employee ownership is it can work really well or it can work really poorly. And so you need to know how to do it right. And so one of the things that I always coach or mentor with entrepreneurs as they're considering this is that, what is your strategy? Are you trying to grow? Are you trying to add new products? Are you trying to expand your business? You're motivating your employees. So you need to consider the strategy first before you just go out and start writing people shares of stock in your company. Because that will actually help you decide on how you want to compensate them or how you want to include them in your equity plan. So there's a lot of different ways to get your employees involved in stock. They can go buy it, if you're going to be offering it for sale. You can include it as part of their compensation package. What we found really actually fascinating and really productive right now is called a performance option. And so what that means is that you have an employee, let's say they're in sales, and you want them to sell $1 million worth of product. Well, they get an option or a right to buy into your company if they've achieved that goal. So what's great about it is that you can get them excited about the forward movement of your company, get some ownership, which means that they have pride in the company and things like that, without actually having to give them the shares right off and account for them. The other thing about equity and ownership and involving your employees is your exit strategy. And it's really important to let your employees know what that is, because they're working for a day when they can cash in that equity, right? And if there's no market, or you're not going to go public, or you're not going to sell, then that kind of limits their ability to get liquidity off of that equity. And so you really need to be open and communicate with your employees about what those strategies might be. And there's one that's come up recently called Second Market. And in fact, Facebook used Second Market before they were considering going public. And so it allowed employees an opportunity to liquidate some of their stock as they needed to. And so it was a great opportunity for those employees. The last one is kind of the exit. So this is called an employee stock ownership program. So let's say you've had a business for a while and you don't want to sell it to a stranger. Maybe you have 50 or so employees that have been there for a long time. So this is called an ESOP, which is an employee stock ownership program. And it's a way of exiting your business, but then having your employees own it up to 100%. So there's a lot of things that you can do for employees and getting them involved in your company as far as an ownership position is concerned. And there's a lot of great tips and tools, and I hope this has been helpful.
Excellent.